is Carpenter. I represent House District 49 in the heart of Billings. So there were a couple things. The first was watching the 2017 session and watching as especially mental health care funding was cut. I think that we as a state can do better than cutting critical services for hardworking Montanans. And then the other thing was I had a really good friend who asked me to run in typical woman fashion. I needed to be asked a couple times before I ran, so. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that I think a lot about whenever I'm on the floor or making a vote, I think a lot about how my decision will affect things 10 years down the road. And, you know, the reason why I think about that is because I'm still going to be here in 10 years doing maybe not this particular thing, but I will still be making, active in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my colleagues are heading towards retirement age. This is one of their last things, or this is a project they're doing as a retiree. I'm at the beginning of my life, really. You know, I have 20, 30 years ahead of me to be working towards change. So I think a lot about how the decisions I make are going to affect things in 10, 20, 30 years. I think about how they would affect my hypothetical children, how they affect other people's children. You know, I think a lot about how the future is going to look based on my decisions. I was just actually working on a constituent letter yesterday talking about some of this stuff. So I carried some legislation for renters' rights. I carried some legislation for fair and open elections. I carried some legislation for computer literacy. And then the other thing that I carried that I'm really excited about because it's still alive is some legislation that helps develop our mental health and social workforce. And it looks like it's still alive, and I'm going to get it over the finish line, and I'm very excited because it means that we're going to be able to have more social workers in the state of Montana. Just that young people need to get involved. I don't care how you do it. If you get elected, that's great. If you are going to be here lobbying on issues that you care about, that's also great. But we need more young voices up here and involved in the process, because the reality is that decisions are being made every day that affect our lives and that we're going to have to live with for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years.